What's up, everybody? So today we are continuing on working on Luke's truck interior. Last video you guys saw, we managed to get the interior all completely painted black. We have all the pieces still sitting here and they look awesome, all nice, looking fresh, looking clean. I think it's going to look awesome once we do get it back into the truck. So here is everything. Just kind of give you guys a quick little walk around so you can see everything all set up. And to continue on with the whole interior pieces, you guys can kind of hear Luke here in the background. He's picking at the vinyl of it, but this piece belongs on the dash. It actually goes up here in this top section, and I think it's a fairly common thing with these trucks to have these cracks, these little issues. So you guys can
both trucks have them.
Kind of see them right there. Yeah, this one's got a little bit of a dent, but I think this one is in a little bit better shape, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're pretty much the same, but
yeah,
this is out.
The B2000 one, I think it had maybe one more crack in it or something, but we're going to try to fix this today. So what the plan is with it, which I kind of mentioned in the previous video, was that we're going to go ahead, sand this all down, get it nice and smooth, fill in each one of these cracks and these little divots and stuff, and then go ahead, fiberglass over the entire thing, making sure it's nice, blocked out, and paint it black. So that way it's black, it'll just go in the truck, it'll be fine. And then from then on, I think the plan is just to
vinyl it so it complements whatever color we paint the truck.
Yep.
Whether it's red, black,
blue,
green,
orange,
purple, whatever.
Carbon fiber.
Yeah, we can.
Whatever he wants to have it
out
just kind of match the truck or play along with whatever theme that you're going with at the time. So we're going to go ahead, jump into this now, let him keep picking at this crap, try to get it.
Take 5 years.
Yeah, take it down to the foam backing, and then we can go ahead, sand in each one of those cracks, and as you can see here, we have everything set up. We've got our fiberglass, our resin, our high build 2K, or I guess it's like a 2K primer, just a filler sandable primer, body filler, applicator, mixing board, brush for the fiberglass, and yeah, so we're pretty much good to go. We'll just keep working on this, get it all the way down to the foam, and then we can start playing around with all of our little stuff over here. All right, so Luke's been picking at this for a little while. He says he's got a good piece peeling off.
We're still going.
Ooh.
It's like gotten softer. Oh,
That like sounds so good.
satisfying. ASMR.
Yeah, we need to have some ASMR.
ASMR car parts.
Yeah.
You can see it tearing right there.
I want to see this thing come off all the way.
Me too. Actually, might need to get. We might have to cut that.
Really?
It's tearing.
Yeah, it's like oddly satisfying.
I'm okay with it. I hope the rest of it goes like this.
Yeah. Ooh, it's almost there. It might keep going.
I kind of want to keep it going.
Yeah, but you guys can see there's a bigger chunk coming off compared to all these little pieces that are just whatever cracking.
It's like softer down on the underside, so
I think that top half is just like brittle from the
baked.
sunlight, and what causes it to crack. This foam's in much better shape.
yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, it's sticking too. I'm not pulling any of it off really.
So I guess we'll just keep pulling at this and see if it comes off the rest of the way.
It's really satisfying.
It's very. Alright, so now you guys can see here, we got all that vinyl crap off of there. So our next step up will be to go ahead, grind these down so there is like a little bit of ravine where these cracks are, and we can fill them in with Bondo. Same thing with like some of these little ridges here, just sand them nice and smooth. And then this corner here where it kind of lifted up the foam will need to be smoothed out so the Bondo can create a new edge. I think, and this little corner here. Everything else looks to be pretty smooth, and we shouldn't have any issues with it. But here is the vinyl that came off of it. Not too bad. Some of it came off in bigger chunks. Some of it came off in like really tiny pieces. You guys can see. It was definitely a lot harder up here on the top where the sun had just been baking it. And then down here it was nice and soft. That's how we got the bigger pieces off. So I think it really wasn't too bad of a job.
No, it's pretty quick.
Yep. So yeah, we'll go ahead. Like I said, grind those down and body fill them. Okay, so you guys can see here now we got all those cracks and every little imperfection sanded down and ready to go. This corner here was a little bit bad, and then these cracks here, we got those kind of wedged down. Now, as far as this goes, I've never actually done this before. I've done like some fiberglass work fixing bumpers and stuff, and I know this is basically the same process. You just kind of wedge it down and fill it in with like a I guess not necessarily a fiberglass, but there's like plastic repair stuff, and then you can go over top of it with fiberglass to fill it all in. That's basically the same idea I'm doing with this. The only difference is we're using this Bondo body filler. I don't know if this stuff is going to be flexible enough. This is just kind of a test. We're going to see how this works. I mean, we got time.
I mean, if it holds up, it holds up.
Yep, and if there is issues, we can always redo this. Not a big deal, but I just kind of want to go ahead, see if this fixes it, and see if this works. I know the split dashes and stuff like that is really common on 240s, and I've seen a few people kind of do this method. I don't know if it's the best or not, but it gives us a little bit of an idea. So once this is body filled and filled over with the fiberglass and the resin, I think it should maintain shape and hold up pretty well, but this is, like I said, just kind of a test. So let's go ahead and body fill this. Okay, so we got our body filler on here. We got our hardener here. Just gonna add it to it, just a little strip across it. It's a little bit bigger than a golf ball sized, so it'll have to be a little bit more than just like a 1-inch strip. And we'll just go ahead, mix it all up. I'm not gonna mix it up with the applicator because I don't wanna have non-mixed hardener and body filler on here when I go to apply this, otherwise it won't set up properly. So I have this one here that'll work just to mix it all up. This is get rounded corners and stuff that way I'm not gouging the board, and this board's easier to clean. Okay, so we have our body fluid mixed up here. Now we can go ahead and start filling all this in. I'm not trying to be real precise with this, just trying to layer it up, I guess. We can sand it down and make it precise later. Yep. Okay, so we got these first little layer put on here. We're gonna let this set up, fully cure, sand it down, and we'll probably have to hit it with another layer just to help build it up. I know it looks like a mess. It's gonna take a little bit to sand down, but this is kind of the process it's gonna take to get us to the point where we need to be. So try to prop it up a little bit. That way it's not like sticking to the table or anything, but I think it will turn out okay. You can still see we got some low spots here, which obviously those are some huge gaps to fill.
2 hours later.
Okay, so it's been a little while since we last talked to you guys. We've actually got this all blocked out, nice and smooth. It's got plenty of layers of body filler. I mean, we've had like, I don't know how many coats of body filler trying to get this all blocked out nice and smooth. But basically it's just sand it, body fill it, sand it, body fill it, and just
Sand it.
keep on
Sand
going.
it.
Just keep on sanding. Had a lot of sanding, had a huge mess in here. We ended up getting all cleaned up, changed out our tablecloth and stuff. But now that we're to this point, I think we can go ahead and apply our fiberglass. So we have it set up here. We got the resin and then our fiberglass cloth. So basically all we're gonna do is go ahead, we're gonna need some kind of container to mix this resin up in, and then we'll go ahead and soak this as well as this piece and just apply it. So we'll go ahead and set this up, show it to you guys, and then once it's fully cured, we can move on. Okay, so we have this propped up that we can go ahead, get our resin and stuff set on here, and we have our sheet of fiberglass here. Basically what we're gonna do is go ahead, mix up our resin with the hardener in this cup, get this soaked, take the fiberglass mat, put it on top, and then soak that as well. So, and this stuff is like 10 drops or something like that to every ounce. So we're just gonna kind of guess. There's not really a whole lot of time here as far as this goes.
It's a quick one.
Yeah, it hardens up pretty quick. So let's go ahead and start this. Okay, so we just managed to get our fiberglass coat down, which you guys just saw. Looks pretty good. It'll hold up nicely. We're gonna let this set up for, I think it's like, what, 2 hours?
Yep.
So once it's fully cured, we can come back, sand it all down, trim up these edges because I probably should have done it in separate sheets rather than just giant sheets. I did get this section here trimmed out, so it'll bend around the corner. So that'll work. And then of course I had to spill the little cup of resin, which wasn't no big deal because we have plenty left there. Probably have to use a different cup when we go to do this again.
Yep.
But we're gonna let this set up, let it cure, come back 2 hours, do the same thing again, and just try to get it to a point where we're happy with it. So I think that's going to look awesome. I know it's very time consuming, but
it's worth it.
It's definitely worth it. So we'll see how this holds up when we come back. Okay, so we got a quick little update for you guys. We've been sitting here messing around with this. We got our fiberglass coatings all down. I believe we have like 3 layers on here.
Yeah, 3.
And then we have the 2, or yeah, technically like 2 on the end caps here. So everything is kind of sealed off. We just got done doing these. We're going to go ahead, let it all set up and fully cure, and then come back and start trimming it all out.
Yep, and sand.
Yeah, more sanding. And when you guys do sand this, we've already sanded this a couple times. Make sure you wear like some kind of gloves or something because it's fiberglass. My hands are just going crazy. They itch. So just a little heads up for you guys if you guys ever decide to attempt this project. But we'll be able to do primer hopefully next.
Finally.
Which I can't wait. That'll give us like the overall look and appearance of what we're looking for. So this will be sick. So we're going to take a little bit of break now just because it's getting pretty late. We've been working on this for quite some time. Each layer takes roughly an hour or 2. And yeah. And then you got trimming and sanding and all that good stuff. So we'll come back in the morning and hopefully finish this off.
Tomorrow.
So it's currently the next day. Luke and I pretty much stayed out here pretty late last night. We were sanding on this piece. We added more layers of fiberglass and we've been out here like, I don't know how many hours today working on this. And we've gotten it pretty well smoothed out. I think it looks pretty good. There's still little pinholes in it.
Yeah, mostly at bottom.
We just picked up some glazing putty. So we're going to go ahead and try to fix some of these spots up. I don't know if this camera will pick it all up or not. You can see how nice it laid out. Probably shouldn't be touching my hands, so I'm gonna get all itchy again. But there's just some small little pinholes here and there that will need to be covered. I think what the plan is now is to go ahead and just give it one full coating of the glazed putty just to seal it all in and make sure everything's covered. And then we can sand that down, and then we should be able to do primer and paint. I guess you want to test fit that? See, I'll show them how it looks. We got the dash set in here.
Well.
Yeah, that's it. That'll be nice, dude. And once it's bolted in, it'll probably hold up a little bit better.
Yeah, it'll be pushed in more.
I'm going to stand the dash up. Maybe we'll get a better visual of it. I know it's not completed or anything, but yeah, that's going to look sick.
It fits.
No more cracks or nothing. Hopefully don't have any cracks in the future. But
I don't think we will.
Yeah, so for now, like I said, we're going to go ahead and do the glazing putty and then continue on with this. So as you guys can see, we got our glazing putty applied. Now hopefully this fills in all the little pinholes and little imperfections that were in it. We may have to do like one more coat or so, but we're just going to let this cure up now, come back, and hopefully be able to hit it with primer. Now if you guys are looking to do this, make sure you guys have like your time set aside because it's very time consuming to do this. But I think the outcome is going to be awesome. You guys already saw the test fit on the dash. And now that we get it super smooth, get it to primer, be able to see that, I think it's going to be awesome. So as for now, we got more time to wait and plenty more sanding. And I don't know if you guys want to see us sand or do any of that stuff. It's just kind of boring.
It's the same thing
So
over and over.
I don't think you guys want to see that. We're just kind of giving you guys little updates as we go. And like I said, hopefully next step up, we'll be priming. So you guys can see here, we made our glazing putty all sanded down. It filled in all of our little imperfections, little pinholes, low spots. So it should be 100% smooth. You shouldn't have any issues. But to take it one step further, we're going to go ahead and hit it with this filler sample primer. Now, this should take care of anything else that we may have missed as far as like little pinholes or anything and allow us to block it out nice and smooth. So now you guys can see here, it's been about 3 to 4 hours. We've let this thing completely cure up. It's got like 3 coats of primer on there. I'd say it turned out pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and block it out now. There's just a couple little imperfections I can see up here. Just some pinholes, which I think they should be able to sand out. If not, we may have to throw on another coat of primer. But once I get this all blocked out, we can go ahead, move on to color, make it black, and have it completed. Finally, after sanding and priming and sanding and priming, it is completed. It's nice, it's blocked out, it's nice and smooth, it's all flat. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. So now we can get on to our final step, which is actually painting it. And like I said, we're going to paint this black, so in the future, whenever Luke decides to vinyl wrap it, or whatever color the truck ends up being, we can match this to it. Okay, so we managed to spray down like 4 or 5 coats on this thing. It looks awesome. It looks so nice and smooth. It's got some nice straight body lines and everything. We did apply a little bit of a mist coat to kind of give it a little bit of texture. That way at least matches the dash and all the interior panels. But like I said, eventually this will be getting wrapped. So whatever color I guess Luke decides to paint the truck or whatever theme you want to go with, it'll all match. So I think this is going to look good. And I'm pretty sure it's completely dried to the touch now. So You want to set the dash up real quick, Luke? Maybe we can get a visual
Yeah.
of this on there. I'll carry this over so you guys can see.
Got everything dusted off too.
Yeah, it was getting pretty dusty in this garage. But yeah, if we line this up. Oh, dude, that's going to be sick. It fits
like
perfect.
It looks awesome.
I know it's just straight black, but once it's even wrapped, it looks so much better. I mean, you guys remember at the start of this video, which for you guys was, whatever, a few minutes ago, and for us was like a couple days ago.
We've been doing this for
But it had like the crack there, it had a chip here, and now none of that is there. This is going to be sick once we get it all put in the truck. So I think, with that being said, we're probably going to end up the video here, and then in the next video, we're going to go ahead, bring the truck in, and I think
tear it down.
That'll be fun. Because we got a lot of stuff that's going to get swapped over. And plus the other thing is, we need the dash harness and all the ductwork and stuff pulled out of it so we can go ahead and swap this one in there and have it good to go.
Yep.
So we got a little bit of work cut out for us.
Just a little bit.
And I know you've been ordering parts, so
I got a lot saved up.
we got some things coming for the
lot.
truck. So stay tuned. Hope you guys like this video. If you guys did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.